Houston at the Katy location of Star Furniture, and we're at the premier flagship showroom so we can show you just how to keep things fresh during fall. Now I'm here with Jessica Deuce, who is a interior designer collaborator with Star Furniture. And Jessica, you say color all the time, not just fall.
I love color whenever I can, but now fall, like, let's bring the warmth in.
And so now, if you were maybe on the fence, this is your time to really dive into it, because these beautiful greens and oranges and just beautiful colors are really the star of the show around this time of year.
I think so, and black. I mean, embrace black.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay, well, I love black as a color, but sometimes when I'm doing designing, like something like this might be a little intimidating as far as this dark green wall, but I'm seeing the way the black looks against it, and it does work beautifully.
Right? It contrasts beautifully. We used gold here to kind of show the contrast, but you have a deep green wall, you have a black furniture piece. These are dark blues, and yet it all still works. You still have contrast. It's cozy.
It really is. And I love the showroom because it's a place you can kind of come and play dress up with your furniture.
That's a great way to say it.
We have this elaborate, like, beautiful setup right now. Black leather couch, but it just looks so swanky. It looks really elegant.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't want swanky, right? This, I mean, if we had touch-o-vision, this feels buttery.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Somebody said it's like their leather jacket. I love this. Black is actually my favorite color in design. I love this collection. I love this collection for a lot of reasons, but if you're family, you're entertaining, kids are jumping around, this is that sectional or that collection that you can't hurt. It will always look good, and your kids just jump from it to the coffee table like my kids would.
See, so I love that. I love that it looks super fancy, but this is really the way to go if you are a lived-in house where you have kids and family, and they're kind of a rotating door, especially during the holidays.
Right, real living. Like, look good, but it's real life.
Okay, speaking of real life, I am in real life in love with these pillows that you put here. How does this work, and why does this work? You wouldn't think this pop of color and the velvet works on a leather couch, but it's looking pretty.
It totally works. Like, black to me is a neutral, just like a beige. So I could just do that, or I can add my color in. Here we chose our fall colors, kind of Halloween inspired here, and this completely works. And another reason it works is because our textures are different. I love this. So look at black as a neutral, and you can change it year round.
And you don't have to decide. Sometimes I feel like, okay, I have to get the whole set of velvet or the whole set of this really cool design, but you think the mixing and matching actually adds to the ambiance of the room.
I love that. Exactly. I would call it elevated. So if you're not matching everything, I think you get a more of an elevated look, just like in your metals. So we mix our metals when we're decorating, and this looks a little more elevated to me. We're doing the rule of 3, my favorite for accessories, but this is almost like a matte finish. Then you have the gold, you have a different finish here, and the organic. It all works.
And just remind our viewers, because the rule of 3 is simple, but it's something that is used over and over in design. So the rule of 3 goes as,
when you're accessorizing, you never want to have just 2 or just 4 or just 6. You want to have 3, 5, or 7. I know that sounds crazy, but it actually feeds symmetry in accessories when you don't have an even number.
Such a good reminder, and I know everyone at home is now counting their little knickknacks on whichever coffee table they have.
If you have to.
And speaking of coffee and table, you know, we love a good drink on Houston Life. So that beautiful wall that we started with earlier, there's one over here that has a couple of bar carts on it. Jessica, you want to show us? And you say, not just for drinks. Okay, fine. What else can we offer?
I mean, okay, first choice, a bar cart is going to have bar for me. I love a good bar cart. Easy to accessorize with your barware, add in different metals, look at the contrast against the dark wall. But you can also treat your bar cart for an accessory station, overflow for a party, maybe that's just the dessert station. Here we have some craft supplies. I know I have another designer that uses it as a homework station. So as much as I love a good drink, it does have more than one option.
Absolutely. A lot of people will do maybe coffees or teas.
Oh, coffee.
And I do love the use of like colored pencils. Maybe you got some kiddos in the house, and hey, this is actually a multi-use thing. It's not just a bar cart, it's so much more. Either way, it looks so beautiful against the green backdrop. You have one in gold, you have one in chrome, and How do both of those work?
Well, you know, again, if you look at your mixing of the metals, like the dark green wall is still a neutral. So you have the black and white contrast with the art, but the metals, it all works.
Okay.
You can make your home personal. There's really no rules except for the rule of 3 and 5. But there's no rules, just make it you.
Okay, making it me was so fun over there. Just going to the showroom at Star Furniture, the one in West Houston, Katie, is so fun. I highly encourage anyone to just go play around with some of those accessories and the metals. It is too fun.
As she said, no rules.
No rules.
I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. There are no rules in this house.
Jessica is a cool designer, and Star Furniture actually has a one-day sale happening this Saturday, November 1st. So time to get your home ready for the holidays and save 25%. You can also just visit their website, starfurniture.com, and learn more.